Hello guys, it's your boy Chris and welcome back to my channel, Chris TV Theater. You know how we do it already. Today I'm here to update you guys on the transfer window. Yes, we are still in the transfer season here. The transfer market is really heating up. So let me start with a few stories that I've gathered for you guys here. You know, unexpected moves are happening, Charlie. It's not easy, Charlie. Unexpected moves, clubs are hijacking deals, challenge. So let me start with let me update you guys on a few stories that I've gathered together. So now let's start with the Marc Guehi side. Yes, Marc Guehi, you know Marc Guehi's story. Yeah, Marc Guehi has finally made his decision, and then now he has signed for Manchester City. Yes, Marc Guehi has signed for Manchester City. Marc Guehi was one of the hot cake names in the transfer window since the beginning of the transfer. Yes, since the beginning of the window. Yes, Marc Guehi was one of the hottest names in the market, and then you know Liverpool were after him, Manchester City, United, Chelsea all have shown interest in him, but Manchester City has signed Marc Guehi from Crystal Palace for £20 million. And yes, that's the money involved in the deal. So now Marc Guehi is Manchester City player. Yes, Manchester City is really pulling up this season, Charlie. And Manchester City is really pulling up, Charlie. Surprising deals. He's pulling up after Antoine Semenyo's old. Now it's Marc Guehi. So now let's move to Dro Fernandez from Barcelona. Yes, Dro Fernandez is set to leave Barcelona this month. Yes, Dro Fernandez is set to leave Barcelona this month, and PSG are very interested in this guy. PSG are very interested in the 18-year-old midfielder. Yes, they are really pushing hard. They've already submitted a contract. Yes, they've already submitted a contract. They've started a conversation with Fernandez camp, and then Charlie, things are really pushing up. And then the release clause in this deal is 6 million. Yes, 6 million euros. 6 million euros is the release clause for Dro Fernandez, and then PSG are one of the favorites, and then pushing hard to get the deal done. Now let's move to Chelsea side. You know, beginning of the season, beginning of the transfer window, I told you guys that Chelsea will not be so much busy in this January window by signing, or yes, rather than outgoing. Says that's their motive this season. But it happens now that they are very interested in signing a new CB to the squad. Yeah, so Chelsea now they've decided to sign a experienced center back for the squad, because that was the request Enzo Maresca made first. Yes, Enzo Maresca made this request when Levi Correa got injured in the month of August of last year, and then he told the board that he needs a CB. They need to sign CB, but the board told him, you know, but per the news that was circulating was the boards were like, he should stick with the squad that he's having. But the story that came out was Chelsea was Chelsea wanted to sign a CB for Enzo Maresca, but they couldn't find any suitable or experienced CB to bid for. That is why they left everything like that. And now Chelsea Liam Resnier, the new coach, the new Chelsea head coach, also requested for a new CB, and then now the board have decided to find a new CB or to sign a new centre back for Liam Resnier. And one of the names that I'm hearing, or one of the names that they are tracking right now, is Jeremy Jacquet. Yeah, Jeremy Jacquet from Stade Rennais. That's the name, that's the centre back that Chelsea is tracking right now. A lot of names are on the short list though, but this guy Jeremy Jacquet is one of the names that is really circulating right now. Now let's move to Helland side. Yeah, Eivind Helland has completed his medical and signed 4.5-year contract with Bologna. Yeah, yes, and Helland has signed his contract for Bologna for 4.5 years. 4.5 years, and also 8.5 million euros. Yeah, 8.5 million euros. That's the money that was involved in the deal. Now let's move to Girona. Yes, Girona are closing on a deal to sign Marc-André Ter Stegen from Barcelona. Yes, and this deal is on a loan basis, not a permanent deal. Yeah, Girona has informed Barcelona, and then Andre Ter Stegen that they want him in the club, and then Ter Stegen is also happy to go and kick for Girona. Yeah, so now The deal will depend on Barcelona to leave, whether to leave under Ter Stegen or they will keep him back. Ter Stegen has said yes to Girona already. Ter Stegen has said yes to Girona. Now everything is going to depend on Barcelona to release Andres Ter Stegen to go to Girona. Now Sunderland has agreed a deal to sign Ivorian winger Jocelin Ta Bi. Yes, Sunderland has already agreed a deal to sign the Ivorian winger Jocelin Ta Bi, and then the deal is done, yes, because they've already agreed everything, so the deal is done. And then the man that is involved is 3.5 million pounds, yes, 3.5 million pounds for 5-year contract. Yeah, for the 5-year contract, this is the money involved. 3.5 million pounds, 5-year contract to the player, yes, and it's everything is all agreed. So now the Ivorian winger Jocelin Ta Bi will sign a 5-year contract at Sunderland. Now Celtic, this deal has been hijacked by Sunderland because Celtic also had a verbal agreement in place, but Sunderland hijacked this move. So now let's move to Paris Saint-Germain. Yes, the French League One giants, yes. So now negotiations between Ousmane Dembélé and then PSG over a new deal is on initial stages. Yes, PSG has informed Ousmane Dembélé that they are very, very happy with his works, and then they want to offer him a contract extension in the club. Now everything will nothing concreted, but everything will depend on nothing concrete, but they've already informed the player that this is their mind, or this is their plan or this is their plans for him. They want to keep him in the club beyond his contract right now. So now the player is also aware of everything. So now let's our monitoring and everything that will happen. I'll still update you guys on this issue. So now let's move to the coach's side. Yes, Oliver Glasner. Yeah, Oliver Glasner will be leaving Crystal Palace in the month of June. Yes, Oliver Glasner will be leaving Crystal Palace in June as Palace presented a new contract extension for the coach, but he refused. He rejected the contract because he has already informed them that he will not stay in the club beyond this season. So in June, Oliver Glasner will leave the club. So that is from Oliver, or that's from the Crystal Palace side. Now let's move to Zinedine Zidane. Yes, Zinedine Zidane remains one of the favorites to become France head coach. Yes, Zidane is one of the favorites to become the French coach. Now everything is clear that Zidane will be the next France head coach. Nothing has signed yet. Nothing has signed yet. But Zidane is the favorite right now. Everything will be official after the World Cup. Everything will be official after the World Cup. Yeah. So that is it from Zinedine Zidane's side. Yes, so now let's move to Juventus. Juventus are interested in Jean-Philippe Mateta from Crystal Palace. Yes, Juventus is really interested because they really rated Philippe Mateta very high, and then some meetings has already taken place with the players camp and also Crystal Palace. Yes, so now everything will depend on Crystal Palace to either they will leave Philippe Mateta to Juventus, or they would like to keep him in the club. Mateta in his peak right now, he's scoring goals, doing a whole lot of things in the EPL right now, and Juventus see him as one of the greatest ever. So they shown much interested in him, and which they've already made a formal approach to their player. So now let me inform you guys, or let me update you guys on Fiorentina. Yes, Fiorentina's president Rocco Commisso has passed away. Yeah, Rocco Commisso has passed away at the age of 76. So that's a sad news for Fiorentina. That's a sad news for Fiorentina right now. Yes, Fiorentina has lost their president Rocco Commisso. Yes, at the age of 76. So rest in peace to Rocco's. Rest in peace to Rocco, and then condolences to his family. Everybody should keep heart, man. So guys, this is it for today, and then all your opinions, whatever that you have in your country, whatever that you have in your mind, please, the comment section is open for everybody. Put it there. Let's start a conversation. Let's continue the conversation about it. Until then, we out.